The boxers have been given their instructions. The seconds are out. The crowd is ready for another edition of Shoulder Roll Virtual Boxing with your presenter, the boxing historian, Greg Rashid.
Man, I'm just dancing in here, forgetting all about coming on the air. I just love my new theme. But anyway, if you're new to the program, this is Greg Rashid, your presenter for the Shoulder Roll Virtual Boxing Podcast. And I want to say Swadee Krap to everyone out there, which means hello and Thai. If you're new to the program, yes, I'm in Bangkok, Thailand, loving it. You may hear some noise in the background because they're building a condo near me, so you might hear some generators or something during the show, but we'll try to hide that. But anyway, as always, we have a great time on this program. And if you're new to the program, what we do here, we do fantasy fights. In other words, what would happen if Muhammad Ali fought Joe Louis? What would happen if Mike Tyson fought Tyson Fury? It's what if. And I know that you sit around with your buddies, or by yourself, and you just say, gee, I wonder what would happen. And so that's what we do on this show. We use different games, computer games, card and dice games, and we just create these fantasy fights. And today, and this is one I actually didn't know as I was reading a book about the great heavyweights of the 1970s. And I came across this paragraph about Joe Frazier, that Joe Frazier was thinking about making a comeback in the mid-70s, and he was scheduled to fight Earnie Shavers, which I never knew this. But Frazier got hepatitis, and they couldn't have the fight. But that's something to think about. So I said, we're going to do a fantasy fight, Frazier against Shavers, and we're going to use, I was pausing for a minute because I was looking at my numbers down here on my software to make sure everything is running properly. But anyway, we're going to do that fight today, and we're going to use a game called, as we usually use a bunch of games here, but today we're using Legends of Boxing 2 PC game created by Gary W. Brown, who we had on the show about 2 months ago. And by the way, all you folks out there, if you have boxing games, if you're new and you want to get some promo about it, just let me know. Drop me a line wherever you listen to the program, be it on YouTube, Spotify. But a lot of people listen every Sunday afternoon at 3 p.m. Mountain Time in Colorado on KUHSdenver.com, created by the one and only Henry Archuleta. I want to say hi to all of my friends in the Colorado region. I'm hoping to get back there soon. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I've been saying that for the last 3 years now. But anyway, let's get to the fight right now. And as always, we have the one and only, and we must pause as we say his name because he is, it's rumored he might be knighted. I don't know. But anyway, we have Knockout Nigel as our commentator coming from the Blue Horizon in Philadelphia. So take it away.
Cheers, everyone. This is Knockout Nigel, your humble commentator, bringing you the blow-by-blow from the legendary Blue Horizon in Philadelphia. Tonight, we're in for an absolute barn-burner as Joe Frazier squares off against Earnie Shavers in what promises to be a slugfest of epic proportions. Buckle up. First, let's talk about these titans. Joe Frazier, known as Smokin' Joe, is a former world heavyweight champion with a relentless, high-pressure fighting style. Known for his devastating left hook, Frazier has taken on and conquered some of the best in the world, including Muhammad Ali. His heart, determination, and stamina are unmatched. On the other side of the ring, we have Earnie Shavers, often hailed as one of the hardest punchers in boxing history. Known as the Acorn, Shavers' knockout power is legendary, with a jaw-dropping 68 knockouts in his career. He's taken on the best, and tonight he aims to add another feather to his cap. I better take a triple swig of bubbly, because this one may end quickly. The bell rings, and we're off. Both fighters come out of their corners with focused intensity. Frazier immediately starts his signature bobbing and weaving, trying to close the distance. Shavers, with his height and reach advantage, is using his jab to keep Frazier at bay. Frazier slips under a jab and lands a solid left hook to Shavers' body. Shavers responds with a quick right cross that grazes Frazier's head. The round continues, with both men landing occasional punches, but nothing decisive. It's clear that they're both feeling each other out, setting the stage for what's to come. The second round begins with Shavers looking more assertive. He's using his jab more effectively, snapping Frazier's head back a couple of times. Frazier, undeterred, continues to press forward, digging to Shavers' body with hooks. Shavers lands a stiff right hand that momentarily stops Frazier in his tracks. The crowd roars as Frazier shakes it off and comes right back, landing a powerful left hook to Shavers' ribs. The round ends with both fighters exchanging punches in the center of the ring. It's already clear that this fight will be a grueling battle of wills. The wind from the punches these two sluggers are throwing has knocked my bubbly to the floor. Thank goodness it is in an unbreakable bottle and nothing spilled out. Frazier starts the third round with a renewed sense of urgency, closing the distance quickly and working inside. He's targeting Shavers' body, landing several hard hooks that make Shavers wince. Shavers tries to create space with his jab, but Frazier is relentless, slipping inside and landing short, compact punches. Shavers lands a big right hand that momentarily halts Frazier's assault, but Frazier keeps coming, landing another series of body shots. The crowd is on its feet as the round ends, sensing the tide may be turning in Frazier's favor. Round 4 starts explosively as Shavers lands a huge right hand that sends Frazier to the canvas. The crowd erupts in shock and awe as Frazier struggles to his feet at the count of 7, visibly shaken but still determined. Shavers, sensing an opportunity to end the fight early, pounces on Frazier, throwing a flurry of powerful punches. Frazier, however, shows incredible resilience, using his defensive skills to weather the storm. Frazier's left eye is already starting to swell, making it difficult for him to see Shavers' punches coming. Shavers continues his assault, landing another powerful right hand that sends Frazier down again. The referee starts the count, and the crowd is on its feet, sensing the end might be near. But Frazier, ever the warrior, gets up at the count of 8, his face a mask of determination and grit. Shavers, now brimming with confidence, goes for the knockout, throwing combinations of hooks and uppercuts. Frazier, despite being on shaky legs, fights back with body shots and hooks of his own. The crowd is roaring as the two fighters exchange heavy blows, neither willing to back down. Frazier's defense is holding, but just barely, as Shavers continues to land punishing shots. As the round progresses, Frazier starts to find his rhythm again, slipping inside Shavers' reach and landing short, compact punches to the body. Shavers tries to keep Frazier at a distance with his jab, but Frazier's relentless pressure is starting to show. The round ends with both fighters exchanging punches in the center of the ring, the crowd sensing that this fight is far from over. I cannot imagine an ordinary pugilist surviving the Shavers' onslaught in round 4. But Smoking Joe is no ordinary fighter. Let's see what happens in round 5. Shavers comes out aggressively, looking to finish the job he started in the previous round. He lands a series of powerful punches, and Frazier is down for the 3rd time. The referee starts the count, and the crowd holds its breath. Frazier rises at the count of 7, his left eye now majorly swollen, making it almost impossible for him to see Shavers' punches coming. Shavers continues his assault, landing a hard right hand that snaps Frazier's head back. Frazier, showing incredible heart and determination, refuses to go down again. He digs deep, fighting back with body shots and hooks. The crowd is in a frenzy, chanting Frazier's name, willing him to stay on his feet. Frazier's left eye is now completely shut, and he's fighting on sheer willpower. He closes the distance, getting inside Shavers' reach and working the body with vicious hooks. Shavers tries to create space with his jab, but Frazier slips inside and lands a powerful left hook to Shavers' ribs. The crowd roars as Frazier follows up with a right hand to the head, momentarily stopping Shavers' assault. The action is relentless, with both fighters giving as good as they get. Shavers lands a brutal right hand that rocks Frazier, but Frazier absorbs the blow and keeps coming. He lands a series of hard hooks to Shavers' body, each one digging into Shavers' midsection. Shavers responds with a right cross that catches Frazier on the chin, but Frazier refuses to go down, his heart and determination keeping him upright. As the round comes to a close, both fighters are visibly exhausted, their bodies battered and bruised. The crowd is on its feet, knowing they've witnessed an incredible display of heart and determination from both men. I can't see this one lasting the full distance. These blokes are throwing haymakers that would KO anyone else. I must have another triple swig of bubbly to steady my nerves. Incredible. Frazier digs deep and starts the round with renewed vigor. He immediately closes the distance and lands a monstrous left hook that sends Shavers to the canvas. The crowd erupts in disbelief as Shavers struggles to his feet at the count of 8, visibly shaken but still determined to continue. Frazier, sensing an opportunity, presses the attack, throwing a barrage of punches. Shavers, now on the defensive, tries to use his jab to keep Frazier at bay, but Frazier slips inside and lands another powerful left hook that sends Shavers down again. The referee starts the count, and the crowd is in a frenzy. Shavers gets up at the count of 9, his face a mask of determination and grit. Frazier continues his assault, landing hard hooks to Shavers' body and head. Shavers, showing incredible toughness, fights back with short, powerful punches. The crowd is on its feet, witnessing a back-and-forth battle of epic proportions. Frazier's relentless pressure is starting to show, as Shavers' punches are losing some of their steam. As the round progresses, both fighters are visibly exhausted, but the action is unrelenting. Frazier is working inside, landing hooks to Shavers' body and head. Shavers is using his jab to create space, but Frazier's pressure is unrelenting. He lands a massive left hook that rocks Shavers, but Shavers responds with a combination of his own, landing a left hook and a right cross. The crowd is in a frenzy, the noise deafening as both fighters give everything they've got. Frazier lands a brutal left hook to Shavers' ribs and follows up with a right hand to the head, but Shavers absorbs the blows and counters with a powerful right uppercut that snaps Frazier's head back. As the round comes to a close, both fighters are visibly exhausted, their bodies battered and bruised. The crowd is on its feet, knowing they've witnessed another round for the ages. This has been a brutal and spirited battle, and it's clear that neither fighter is willing to back down. Those Frazier left hooks would knock out a rhino, but somehow Shavers managed to finish the round. There is enough power in both these fellows' punches to energize an entire community. Round 7 should be a gut check. Both men are visibly tired, but the action is unrelenting. Shavers lands a crushing right hand that sends Frazier to the canvas once more. The crowd is on its feet, chanting Frazier's name as he rises at the count of 8. They love Joe in Philadelphia. Frazier, with his left eye almost swollen shut, keeps pressing forward, landing body shots and hooks. Frazier has a smile on his face, egging Shavers on. Shavers is standing his ground, willing to take 2 to get in 1 punch. Shavers is using his jab effectively, but Frazier's relentless pressure keeps the round close. Frazier pushes Shavers into the neutral corner, where they clinch. The bell ends round 7, as Shavers uncorks a left hook that misses the mark. Frazier has the heart of a lion, but I wonder how many times can he hit the deck and get up. Those Shavers bombs would have put any other fighter to sleep. The pace slows slightly in round 8 as both fighters catch their breath, but the tension is still palpable. They clinch on the ropes above me. I can hear both of them breathing hard. Frazier appears to be talking to Shavers as they break. Frazier is working the body, landing hard hooks to Shavers' ribs. Shavers is wincing from those blows. Shavers is using his jab and right hand to keep Frazier at a distance. But Frazier just keeps marching forward. He doesn't know what backing up means. The exchanges are brutal, with neither fighter willing to give an inch. The crowd is chanting both fighters' names, sensing the sheer willpower on display as round 8 ends. Shavers is breathing heavily on his stool. He may need some oxygen. 8 rounds is an eternity for Ernie. Frazier's swollen left eye is a big target for Shavers, who lands several hard shots as round 9 begins. Frazier, despite his injury, keeps coming forward, landing body shots and hooks. The crowd is chanting Frazier's name, willing him on. Shavers looks to be gaining the upper hand, but Frazier's heart is undeniable. The referee is telling Shavers not to hit Frazier in the back of the head. He touches gloves with Frazier TP, express no hard feelings. The pace has slowed in this round, as both are conserving for the championship rounds. As we enter the 10th round, both fighters are visibly worn, their faces bearing the marks of this brutal battle. Frazier's left eye is now completely shut, and he's fighting with one eye, relying on sheer willpower and muscle memory. Shavers, though still powerful, is also showing signs of fatigue. His punches not quite as sharp as they were in the earlier rounds. Frazier comes out aggressively, knowing he needs to make a statement. He immediately closes the distance, getting inside Shavers' reach and working the body with his signature left hooks. Shavers responds with a stiff jab, trying to keep Frazier at bay. But Frazier slips under it and lands a powerful right hook to Shavers' ribs. Shavers winces, but fires back with a short right uppercut that catches Frazier on the chin. The crowd roars as both fighters exchange blows in the center of the ring. Frazier is relentless, continuing to press forward despite his injury. He lands a series of hard body shots, each one digging into Shavers' midsection. Shavers counters with a right cross that snaps Frazier's head back, but Frazier absorbs it and keeps coming. He lands a massive left hook that staggers Shavers, but Shavers regains his balance and fires back with a powerful right hand that momentarily stops Frazier in his tracks. The action is fast and furious, with both fighters giving as good as they get. Frazier lands a left hook to the body and follows up with a right hand to the head, but Shavers counters with a combination of his own, landing a left hook and a right cross. The crowd is on its feet, the noise deafening as the two warriors trade heavy shots. Frazier continues to press the action, working inside and landing hooks to Shavers' body and head. Shavers is using his jab to create space, but Frazier slips inside and lands a brutal left hook that rocks Shavers. Shavers responds with a massive right hand that lands flush on Frazier's jaw, but Frazier refuses to go down, his heart and determination keeping him upright. As the round comes to a close, both fighters are visibly exhausted, their bodies battered and bruised. The crowd is in a frenzy, knowing they've witnessed a round for the ages. This is one of the more intense matches I have covered as a boxing commentator. The will of both these men is otherworldly. The 11th round begins, and it's clear that both fighters are running on fumes. Frazier, with his left eye completely shut and his body showing the effects of Shavers' power, still moves forward with determination. Shavers, though fatigued, is still dangerous with his punching power, and he knows he needs to keep Frazier at a distance. Shavers starts the round with a series of jabs, each one landing with precision and snapping Frazier's head back. Frazier, undeterred, slips inside and lands a powerful right hook to Shavers' body. Shavers responds with a right cross that catches Frazier on the chin, but Frazier shakes it off and keeps pressing forward. Frazier is relentless, working inside and landing hooks to Shavers' body and head. Shavers is trying to create space with his jab, but Frazier's pressure is unrelenting. He lands a massive left hook that staggers Shavers, but Shavers fires back with a combination of his own, landing a left hook and a right cross. The crowd is on its feet, sensing the intensity of the moment. Frazier is throwing everything he has left, his punches fueled by sheer willpower. He lands a brutal left hook to Shavers' ribs and follows up with a right hand to the head, but Shavers absorbs the blows and counters with a powerful right uppercut that rocks Frazier. Frazier stumbles, but quickly regains his balance, his determination keeping him upright. He lands a series of hard body shots, each one digging into Shavers' midsection. Shavers responds with a right cross that catches Frazier on the chin, but Frazier absorbs it and keeps coming. The action is relentless, with both fighters giving everything they've got. Frazier is working inside, landing hooks to Shavers' body and head. Shavers is using his jab to create space, but Frazier's pressure is unrelenting. He lands a massive left hook that rocks Shavers, but Shavers responds with a combination of his own, landing a left hook and a right cross. As the round comes to a close, both fighters are visibly exhausted, their bodies battered and bruised. The crowd is in a frenzy, knowing they've witnessed another round for the ages. The final round is upon us, and both fighters are digging deep, knowing this is their last chance to make a statement. The crowd is on its feet, the atmosphere electric with anticipation. Frazier, despite his swollen left eye and battered body, is moving forward with determination etched on his face. He knows he needs something special to turn the tide. Shavers, on the other hand, is focused and composed, aware that he's ahead on the scorecards, but not willing to leave anything to chance. He starts the round with a series of sharp jabs, each one snapping Frazier's head back. Frazier slips inside, looking for an opening to land his powerful left hook. He throws a wild left hook, missing by inches, as Shavers steps back and counters with a crisp right hand that lands flush on Frazier's jaw. Frazier stumbles, but quickly regains his balance, his sheer willpower keeping him upright. He charges forward, throwing a barrage of hooks to Shavers' body and head. Shavers absorbs the blows, his powerful frame holding steady as he picks his shots. He lands a thunderous uppercut that rocks Frazier, but Frazier responds with a left hook to Shavers' ribs that echoes through the arena. The crowd is in a frenzy, the noise deafening as both fighters trade blow after blow. Frazier's left eye is almost completely shut, and he's fighting on pure heart and instinct. He slips a jab and lands a brutal left hook that staggers Shavers. The crowd roars as Frazier presses the attack, landing another series of hooks to Shavers' body. Shavers is on the ropes, but he fights back, landing a powerful right hand that stops Frazier in his tracks. The referee is watching closely, aware of the toll this brutal fight has taken on both men. Frazier, with blood streaming from a cut above his swollen eye, keeps moving forward, throwing hooks with every ounce of strength he has left. Shavers, his face marked with bruises and cuts, stands his ground, using his jab to keep Frazier at bay. With less than a minute left, both fighters summon their last reserves of energy. Frazier lands a vicious left hook to Shavers' ribs, doubling him over. He follows up with a right hand to the head, but Shavers, showing incredible toughness, fires back with a massive right uppercut that snaps Frazier's head back. Frazier is visibly dazed, but he refuses to go down, swinging wildly as the seconds tick away. The bell rings, signaling the end of a legendary battle. Both fighters collapse into each other's arms, exhausted but filled with mutual respect. The crowd erupts in applause, knowing they've witnessed one of the most brutal and spirited fights in boxing history. My clothes are soaked with sweat after witnessing this bout. I am in a quandary about who the winner will be. Maybe it will be a draw. We have the scorecards from the judges. The scores are 113, 107, 113, 107, and 112, 108, all for the winner by unanimous decision, Earnie Shavers. A phenomenal performance by both fighters. I will now return you to our Bangkok studio. This is Knockout Nigel. Cheers.
What a fight. I tell you again, what a fight. That's been one of the better fights we've had on this program in the last 2.5 years. Hope you enjoyed that. Frazier versus Shavers. And I could actually see that, Joe Frazier hit one of his weaknesses was that you knock him down rather than clinching, holding, backing up, he just kept going forward. And that cost him. And I could see that happening to him with Earnie Shavers. Both of them at their peak. But I hope you enjoyed that fight. And if you out there want to promote a fight, you got a suggestion for a fight you'd like to have on this program, just drop me a line wherever you hear the program. And also, you can become a Patreon. Just go to patreon.com, look for Ringside Fantasy Fights and News. Again, Ringside Fantasy Fights and News, and donate what you can. $1 a month, whatever you can do, so we can get a better computer, get a better system here, so I have to keep looking at my levels, get a better mic, just, better lighting, a little bit of everything, so we can make it the best program possible for you. But right now, we're going to go right now to Jessica, and she's going to give us our boxing history for the week of March the 9th through the 15th. So take it away, Jessica.
This is Jessica, your martial arts champion with boxing history for the week of March 9th through March 15th. March 9th, 1987, Thomas Hearns became the 9th boxer in history to win world titles in 3 divisions, and the first American to do so since Henry Armstrong by defeating Dennis Andries. March 10th, 2007, Vladimir Klitschko defended his IBF heavyweight title against Ray Austin. March 11th, 1947, Manuel Ortiz regained the world bantamweight title with a 15-round decision over Harold Dade. March 12th, 2011, Miguel Cotto defeated Ricardo Mayorga to retain his WBA World Light Middleweight title. March 13th, 1999, Evander Holyfield and Lennox Lewis meet in a unification heavyweight bout at Madison Square Garden, and the fight ends in a controversial draw. March 14th, 2009, Amir Khan defeated Marco Antonio Barrera. March 15th, 2008, Manny Pacquiao became the Ring magazine and WBC super featherweight champion by beating Juan Manuel Marquez.
Thank you so much, Jessica, for that. And man, I remember that Lewis-Holyfield fight. I was so upset. I was with my girlfriend at the time, and we, she had cable, so I wanted to see this fight, and we were looking at it. And her and her son and everyone else around us, we were just pissed. We couldn't believe that was a draw. But Lewis came back in the second fight. He beat Holyfield, and I actually should put that on here sometime. Just Holyfield and Lewis, just to see, even though they actually fought, just what happened. But anyway, we're going to get to some more news from Jessica. She's going to talk about the Teofimo Lopez. And all of a sudden, he's becoming this, social commentator. But anyway, let's hear what Jessica has to say about that.
Teofimo Lopez has denied accusations that he is a racist following his recent controversial comments. Lopez is preparing to defend his WBO junior welterweight title against Arnold Barboza Jr. on May 2nd at Times Square in New York City. It is the first card under Ring Magazine, making it a historic event. Lopez has been chasing the big fights since his win over Steve Claggett in his last bout. He was consistently linked with a fight against Terence Crawford, having called him out numerous times. But that fight will not go ahead, as Crawford will box Canelo Alvarez in September on Mexican Independence Weekend. Lopez made a series of controversial remarks about Crawford in an attempt to stoke up some animosity to get the fight. He referred to Crawford and Gervonta Davis as monkeys and made references to a banana, resulting in strong criticism. Lopez also laughed at a clip of Keyshawn Davis accusing Dennis Berinchik of sending him a banana to his hotel room before their fight. Berinchik denied doing anything of the sort, raising rumors that Lopez may have done this. Keyshawn recently became the WBO lightweight champion with a win over Berinchik. He has spoken about his desire to move up the weight classes to 140 and 147. This raised suggestions that he could eventually face off against Teo. Keyshawn was unhappy about the banana incident as he ruled out a fight with Lopez. I heard Teo did it. Teo, you're trying to do everything to make yourself relevant. It's the taxes that are killing him. So he's trying to cash out. Guess what? I ain't fighting you. I'm not helping you out, Davis stated. Lopez recently addressed that tension with Crawford as they appeared to have settled the feud. The takeover made it clear that he only made those comments in order to try and promote a potential fight. That will likely harm his chances of getting the Crawford fight moving forward, since it has divided a large section of the boxing fan base. Lopez addressed the accusations of racism by stating that there are many differences which make people ultimately go against the human race. However, boxing fans were not convinced by his explanation, as they had plenty to say. We're all racists, each one of us. Do you know why? Because we're against the one true race that matters the most, the human race. We're all divided, all of us. 10,000 religions, all of us. We're all black. I got an Africa tattoo. I got Africa right there. They said the first human being was a monkey named Lucy. I'm not racist. That's not racist. It's how you guys take it. A banana is potassium. You guys portray an item. You guys added a stereotype. All I did with the banana eating and laughing at it. You thought that I sent that stuff. I'm not racist, Lopez said.
Why do I think that Lopez has a MAGA hat? But anyway, let's get to the next story here from Jessica. This is a beef between Joe Rogan and Oscar De La Hoya. Oh, this ought to be something. So let's hear that on the Shoulder Roll Virtual Boxing Podcast.
Joe Rogan has been criticized by boxing legend Oscar De La Hoya for refusing to let him appear on his podcast. Rogan, 57, accused De La Hoya, 52, of being off the rails in his latest rant, while claiming that he also had fake abs. Responding on Instagram to Rogan, De La Hoya said, "Really, let's take a look at your evolution over the last 15 years. He then proceeded to show a series of clips of the MMA commentator aging over the past 2 decades. In a pointed retort, the boxing star added, "Man, I'm glad I cleaned up my life and got off the F*******ing drugs." He also claimed that Rogan had a contract that requires him to stay hating on the man who was nicknamed the Golden Boy of boxing. The 1992 Olympic lightweight champion advised him to stop being petty for refusing to put De La Hoya on his podcast. De La Hoya is currently involved in a long-running feud with UFC Chief White, and he has now hit back at Rogan by suggesting he is trying to silence him to keep White on side. The Mexican-American international retired from boxing after losing to Manny Pacquiao in December 2008 and is now focused on running Golden Boy Promotions. Joe Rogan refuses to allow boxing icon to appear on his podcast after saying he's off the rails. Despite his ventures outside the ring, he has remained active on social media, teasing a comeback on several occasions while showing off his ripped physique aged 52. De La Hoya's reply comes after Rogan questioned the legitimacy of his body transformation in a conversation with UFC welterweight champion Belal Muhammad. Rogan asked, "Why has Oscar De La Hoya got fake abs? You seen that? Oscar De La Hoya has got some fake abs. Something's going on, man. Oscar De La Hoya didn't have abs throughout his boxing career. Look at him now. What's going on there? It's either he's got some fake abs or he's going semi-glutide, one or the other. The thing is, his abs don't match his chest or his arms. Look how defined his abs are. Like they even when he's sitting there. It's like the Liver King."
You think we're going to see a Rogan or De La Hoya fight in the future? That would be something. It sounds like they may be drumming up something because everyone wants to get the money and they'll fight. You know, that's crazy. But anyway, Jessica has another story here. And if you're a boxing fan, this is about my man out of D.C., Lamont Roach, and how he was ripped off in his fight last week versus Tank Davis. And she's going to talk about the latest, about what's going on in that. And probably for some of you, when you hear this program, everything she's saying now might have come to pass, and Roach may be the new champion, but we'll see.
The following article was written by Matt Penn for The Ring. Representatives for Lamont Roach have sent a legal letter to the New York State Athletic Commission asking for the result of his majority draw with Gervonta Davis to be overturned. In the 9th round of their contest at Barclays Center last Saturday, Davis, 30, won 28 KOs, took a knee after receiving a left jab to the face, but blamed the incident on grease from his hair getting into his eye. Referee Steve Willis initially began to administer a count, but stopped soon after and let the action continue. Not only should a knockdown have been counted, but there were also grounds for disqualification on Davis's part after his trainer Calvin Ford climbed the ring steps and wiped something from his fighter's face seconds after he took the knee. The New York State Athletic Commission has the power to review footage during fights, but revealed on Monday that a technical issue prevented their instant replay system being used appropriately. Had the knockdown been counted and every other round's scoring remained the same, Roach, January 2nd, 25, 10 KOs, would have been named the winner by unanimous decision, a life-changing result that could have put the Washington fighter into a commanding position at the negotiating table for a rematch. Today, Roach's lawyer Greg Smith sent a letter to NYSAC demanding the result be overturned and victory be awarded to his fighter. Dan Raphael of Fight Freaks Unite first reported the news. Part of the letter read, "The sequence of acts taken by Mr. Davis, turning away from the action mid-round, walking to his corner and partially exiting the ring, was a clear indication that he had retired or quit the match. Mr. Roach is confident that the commission will agree with the millions who have seen the fight and determine that Mr. Roach is the true winner of the bout, either via TKO due to Mr. Davis removing himself from the bout or being disqualified for carrying an illegal irritant into the ring, or via decision after scores have been adjusted to reflect the knockdown." The Ring learned on Sunday that WBA President Gilberto Mendoza would be pursuing a rematch between Davis and Roach, and both fighters have stated their desire on social media to partake in a sequel next. We also reported that after the fight, a representative from Team Davis reached out to Top Rank to inquire about a potential fight with Vasily Lomachenko later this year. Davis's saga with Roach is far from over, however, and it's looking likely that, at the very least, Roach will be rewarded with a money-spinning rematch before anything else happens.
I really hope so. I hope Roach, I hope first of all Roach gets that title, and then that he gets the recognition he really deserves. Because Roach, see, a lot of y'all, unless you're a real boxing fan, he was under the radar for a lot of people. But Roach is something. Lamont Roach can fight. You know, he's something. And you saw it in that fight. And, you know, and I have, like, praised Tank Davis on this program for years. But the fact of the matter is, you know, he hasn't actually fought a lot of big-time fighters, you know, in a sense. I mean, he's a good fighter, but Lamont Roach showed him. I mean, that's the first real challenge he's had. But hopefully we'll see what happens if they overturn that fight decision. But right now, we're going to switch up now because, as I always tell you, this is a boxing variety show. We talk about boxing. We talk about combat sports in general. But also we play music. And what I'm going to do right now, and every time I play music on here, when I look at YouTube in particular, check my, my numbers and all, I'm always banned in Russia and in Belarus because they don't like my music. So I don't know what's going on there. And frankly, I could care less. But anyway, right now we're going to do some Southern Soul music. I haven't done it in a while. This is a 803 Fresh. And we're going to do Boots on the Ground on the Shoulder Roll Virtual Boxing Podcast.
Lord have mercy. I'm live in the building. I dance on my dance up. You ready? Where them fans at? Where them fans at? Where them fans at? Hit me one time. Oh, 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 I got my boots on the ground. Yeah. Oh, 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 I got my boots on the ground. Where the fans at? Get up by your seat. Let your body move. Cowboys and cowgirls are feeling the groove. Sipping on moonshine, fire barrel rolling. I'ma get behind that thing, girl, and hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. Whoa, oh, 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 oh. Got my boots on the ground. Yes, sir. Lord have mercy. Oh, oh, oh. Got my boots on the ground. You got good knees, cause we gon' get it up. Everybody's dancing to that juke joint love. Hold on to your wig, hold on to your man, cause the steppers in that building, y'all, and it going to fan. Come on. Oh, 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 got my boots on the ground. Yeah. Oh, 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 got my boots on the ground, baby. Wait a minute. Boots on the ground. Kicking up some dust. Boots on the ground. Kicking up some dust. Wait a minute now. Where them fans at? Where them fans at? Where them fans at? Hit me one time. Hit me two times. Oh, 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 oh. I got my boots on the ground. Wait a minute now, where them fans at? Where them fans at? Where them fans at? Hit me one time, hit me two times. Oh, 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 I got my boots on the ground. Oh, oh, yeah. Oh, 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 I got my boots on the ground. Y'all know I don't mind. Yes, sir. Yeah. Boots on the ground. Where them fans at? Boots on the ground. Where them fans at? Where them fans at? Where them fans at? Oh, 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 oh. Yeah.
This is your girl, the Southern Soul Vixen. Ladies, if you got a man in your life right now that's big stepping for you, you gon' love this.
I'm big stepping, baby. Big stepping for you. I'm big stepping, baby. Big stepping for you, for you. I'm big stepping, baby. Big stepping for you. I'm big stepping, baby.
You don't care if I eat off your plate. You hold me down, put my credit cards in your name. You make me feel so beautiful.
Yes, you do, baby. Yes, you do, baby.
When we're together, nothing feels wrong. You're always there to answer when I call. You aim to please me morning, noon, and night.
Yes, you do, baby.
Now you can do whatever you wanna do. Go wherever you wanna go. Protected and provided for, 'cause I'll make sure that you know I'm big stepping, baby. Big stepping for you. I'm big stepping, baby. Big stepping for you, for you. I'm big stepping, baby. Big stepping for you. I'm big stepping, baby. Stepping for you.
You don't mind if I hang out with my girls. You comfort me, I feel safe in your arms. You never judge me, you're my peace. And I love it here. Yeah, you let me know that I'm your only girl. It feels so good to be here in your world. I'm not playing about you, I see you stepping for me. It's your girl, the Southern Soul Vixen. I see you stepping
Now
for
you
me.
can do whatever you wanna do. Go wherever you wanna go, baby. Protected and provided for, 'cause I'll make sure that you know I'm big stepping. Big stepping. I'm big stepping for you, baby. I'm big stepping, baby.
Big stepping, big stepping, stepping, baby.
I'm big stepping, baby. Yeah. I'm stepping for you. I'm big stepping, baby.
Stepping for you. I see you stepping.
I'm stepping.
I see you stepping.
I'm stepping.
I see you stepping.
I'm gon' step.
Oh, yeah. You got Tone Drake out here. South Carolina. Singing to them SC ladies. Little Southern soul. Listen up. SC ladies drive me crazy. You got it going on so amazing. My SC ladies drive me crazy. You got it going on. You're the greatest. Baskin Robbins, all favors. You're looking good tonight, all ages. From head to toe and toe to head. 69's our favorite number. Get in that bed. See ladies drive me crazy. You got it going on so amazing. My SC ladies drive me crazy. You got it going on. You're the greatest. Butter pecan, caramel. Damn, you look so good. I want you bad as hell. My chocolate butter, girl, you taste so good. I know you love the got it going on. You're greatest, greatest. Hey, all right. Yeah, I see you out there dancing, doing your thing. I know them ladies love it out there. I know them SC ladies love it. Hey, I just got to show you that love. Let me break it down and let us get on out of here. Hey, SC lady, I'm talking about on bird, crazy. Where I hail from. You got it going on. St. Matthews, Bamberg, Bowman. Oh, I'm talking about Charleston. I'm talking about Clemson. You got it going on. Greenville, Rockies, Somerville. Can we get about Columbia? Columbia finest. You got it going on. Gaston, Berry, Winsboro. And I gotta start out the dealer with chocolate and butter from. You got it going on. I-95, Salta, Florence, SC lady, drive me crazy. You got it going on, amazing. SC lady, SC lady, SC lady, greatest, yes.
They say a love bug will get you at the age of 43. I'm not telling my age, but something got a hold of me. I'm just craving some loving in the old-fashioned way. Honey, lend an ear and listen to all I have to say. Why don't you haul off and love me one more time? Why don't you squeeze me until I'm turning blind? If you don't cuddle up and love me like I want you to do, I'm going to haul off and die over you. Now, darling, come a little closer. Put your little hand in mine. Let me feel your arms about me. Honey, please don't change your mind. For my lovesick heart's a throbbing as I hold you close to mine. I'm bound to have a lot of loving waiting for me on the line. Why don't you haul off and love me one more time? Why don't you squeeze me until I'm turning blind? If you don't cuddle up and love me like I want you to do, I'm going to haul off and die over you. I can feel your warm lips near me, hear your breath, soft and fine. I can feel the matrimony crawling up and down my spine. I don't believe that love will hurt you, 'cause it feels so nice and kind. It seems mighty close to heaven when your love is on the line. Why don't you haul off and love me one more time? Why don't you squeeze me until I'm turning blind? If you don't cuddle up and love me like I want you to do, I'm gonna haul off and die over you.
All right, that was from the 1940s, late 40s as a matter of fact. Bull Moose Jackson and his Buffalo Bearcats. Why don't you haul off and love me? And before that, on the Shoulder Roll Virtual Boxing Podcast, that was my old show I was about to say. And I was like listening to some of those shows yesterday just to get some ideas for this one. But anyway, before that, we did Tone Drake, and that was SC, which means South Carolina Ladies. And then we did Big Steppin', and that featured the Southern Soul Vixen Toy, well, that's her name, along with Love Jessie. Hey, that's the name. What do you want? You know, that's what the parents named them. But anyway, and that was Big Steppin'. And we started it set off with 803 Fresh, and that was Boots on the Ground. And I hope you enjoyed that music on the Shoulder Roll Virtual Boxing Podcast. And, you know, like I said again, you know, we do a variety show on here. We do boxing, and then we do a little music, you know, just to keep things light and happy. So hope you enjoyed that. Hope you enjoyed the fight today, Joe Frazier versus Earnie Shavers. And again, like I always say, if you have a fight that you'd like me to put on here, let me know. Wherever you listen to the program, drop a line. And I want to thank all the folks out there who have given me so many compliments. And I want to say a special thanks to S.T. Patrick and Gene Henson, because they let me write a boxing article in their great publication, Sports Sim Magazine. Great publication. I've been writing for them since January of last year, and I write about boxing sims in there. So if you don't know their publication, get it. Go on lulu.com. Look for Sports Sim Magazine, a great publication. It's not great because I'm in it, but that does help. But anyway, we're going to get out of here right now. Go in love and go in peace, as we always say. Help someone along the way. And when you get up in the morning, get up, look in the mirror, hug yourself and say, I love myself. And if you're sight impaired, get up, hug yourself, and say, I love myself. Because if you don't love yourself, you can't do anything. You don't love yourself, so you don't love anyone. You don't care about your community, wherever you're living. You don't care because you don't love yourself. And so you don't love anything. So love yourself. Love yourself, and then get out there and do something to make, just bring a smile to someone's face. Do something for a young child, for a senior in need, for an animal you may see that's in distress. Do what you can to make your community, wherever you live in this universe, a better place. Because we got wars, rumors of wars. We got insanity going on in my hometown, Washington, D.C. And just do what you can to make it a better place. Bring a smile to someone's face. Just try to do that. But do what you can. Because we're on this sphere together. No matter what your economic status is, you know that we eventually are born, pay taxes, then we got to go to the next life. So do what you can, because we're all the same. No matter color or anything, what you are, religion, non-religion, we're all the same at the end. So go in love and go in peace. See you next time on the Shoulder Roll Virtual Boxing Podcast. Take care.
Thanks for tuning in. Please remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to this channel. Thanks and have a great day.